Tune in to the greatest hashtag TNA Impact post show in the world, In the Den. And this is the first official show after Hard to Kill. So we have to get into all the things. Of course, our main event, Will Ospreay versus Josh Alexander. And we even hear from Trinity after taking that loss from Jordan Grace. You were tuned in to the Shakers Den.
They say if there's true love, you don't let it go.
TNA Wrestling.
Because those chants are going to ring in arenas around the world forever. Because TNA Wrestling, we're
Yeah. The intro eats. Damn. Of course, Nikki Bushi here, one half of the Salt Shakers, and of course, I'm not alone. Dreon Santana in the building. TNA in the building. It's official. We're here. How do you feel? How does it feel to be a TNA Salt Shaker?
Wow. I never thought I would be a TNA salt shaker at all whatsoever. I think that tonight was pretty cool. You know, we're in a fresh beginning start of TNA wrestling and what's to come and what's to be brought. And I mean, the matches that they had tonight was just the tip of the iceberg. And I know they're going forward into like next week, and even of course what they have going on this weekend. It's gonna be something. Of course, they're gonna be gearing up for No Surrender, and everything. So I'm excited. I'm really 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 uh eager to see what TNA wrestling, this new era or a new version of TNA wrestling, is going to be brought to, you know, pro wrestling wise at that.
I am more happy that it didn't feel like they showed all their face cards tonight.
Hi,
Like it
Jeffrey.
just felt really fresh.
Yeah.
You know, like there was just enough. We had just enough, and it was good wrestling, good ass wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, of course, we're here. We got to talk about TNA. We got to talk about the first match of the night. Of course, Kushida, Trey Miguel, Laredo Kid, Vin Kingo, Mike Bailey, and the winner, Jake Something, all in an X Division scramble to kick us off tonight. And boy, that intro was, I mean, sickening.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very great way to kick us off tonight. No complaints. I think that, I mean, I was looking for Trey to get the victory, but didn't really know who was going to pick it up. Could have been Kushida. Obviously, he's back in TNA, more full throttle than ever. Mike Bailey, even though he travels all over the world, he always makes time for TNA. And then we see Laredo Kid and Vingingo. Very familiar with AAA. And also, I mean, we've seen Laredo Kid a lot more recently. And then now with this deal with AAA, we're just going to see more and more amazing talent in TNA. And oh Lord, the X division is getting packed.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see. But congratulations to Jake Something. Of course, ahead of his main event match tonight, Gia Miller stopped to talk to Will Ospreay, and you know he had a little message for Okada too, child. He was calling out every damn body. You know, him being signed to AEW, we know that. Shocking main event ending for me. Of course, we'll get into that a little later. But Will Ospreay was talking his talk, honey. One thing, baby, if you give him a mic, he gonna say some shit. He gonna tell people to pipe down. Okay, listen to what the fuck I got going on. We also saw a very interesting little one piece between Giselle Shaw, who recently won the Ultimate X match, and Gail Kim. Do you feel like Gail was truly congratulating Oh,
I mean, I feel like she was in a sense just like, well, you can see that you can do things without having the help of other people. I guess she's just really just trying to get her to say that, listen, Giselle, I've seen you, you have your entourage with you all the time. And well, now you're able to go out there and win the women's Ultimate X match by yourself, no help at all whatsoever. Let's see if you can continue on, because it seemed like when Giselle would have this entourage, it would feel like she wasn't really winning anything. There'd be like a distraction and stuff like that. Versus when we know Giselle was just by herself, she was winning her matches and everything. And I think she got a little bit distracted by trying to have all these people around her and stuff. And now I feel like we're gonna be getting to a point where Giselle is gonna prove that she doesn't need anyone by her side
yeah,
to show that she can win her matches or get these opportunities without having the help of other people be that problem or be that distraction.
absolutely. Well, congratulations to Giselle. I'm sure she's going to be taking her shot pretty soon and making that X mark the spot. I'm sure she's waiting her
Mm-hmm.
odds out. Jordan Grace fresh on a victory. I don't know how that looks, but we'll have to see. Now, the Knockouts division is continuously growing, and Ash by Elegance has made her, I mean, almost like a profound entrance. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this from a knockout. Just on a different level. This is just, I'm not gonna lie, like the knockouts division price is going up. I think Ash is really gonna come and show the girls how to be elegant. And if she, and I think what's gonna end up happening is if you don't want to be elegant, you're gonna be a thrifty hoe.
You're gonna be
She,
thrifty.
yeah, you're gonna be very thrifty, and she gonna
Elegantly.
what they call it?
No, I know how to look thrifty.
Them hoes look, them hoes look thrifty. She gonna be in that ring, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it was announced at Hard to Kill that Ash by Elegance, formerly known as Dana Brooke in WWE, has signed to TNA. This is big.
What's crazy is that I feel like when we was having this conversation like a while back, of
Yeah,
her being, released, was like, man, I wouldn't want to see her. I feel like she would be great for Impact. Like she would fit well with the Knockouts division, and she's actually a great wrestler in the ring. And I hope that what she told y'all on social media, that baby, she didn't even step in the ring yet. She didn't cut no promo or nothing.
and
Y'all
y'all,
can stop saying that she is being this person or being that person. She hasn't done anything at
anything,
all whatsoever to show that she can be in a similarity with Tony Storm or
honey.
anybody else, period.
Morning, y'all had pissed me off, honey. I woke up the next morning. Y'all ain't gonna do this because I like Tony's character,
Yeah.
I really do. And this is not the same. Y'all are so blind.
Y'all just also want to dress up in modern day 1920s or 40s or whatever and just assume that, oh, she's going to be copying what Tony Storm is doing the whole time. That whole little promo thing package they had for her
Yeah,
didn't look anything like what Tony Storm has
nothing,
at all whatsoever.
nothing, nothing.
But because y'all so impatient, y'all don't know how to wait for things.
Yeah,
Just go out by what you think it is going to be. Sometimes you got to wait, be patient.
that's true. Someone else who was also signed to TNA, Zaya Brookside, getting a victory over Tasha Steelz, which this is just, I'm not too thrilled about this one, but I guess she has to make her mark. Pinning a former Knockouts champion, this gives Zaya Brookside quite the edge in her debut here in TNA. So I don't know. I'm not too happy about this one.
Well, I mean, she's a new girl. She signed. Not saying that happens for most of the girls anyway. You know what I'm saying? But she signed. I felt like she was going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Not saying that Tasha didn't need this victory because, I mean, once again, she is a former champion. So, like, Zaya Brookside, they're obviously going to be trying to see some. Maybe they're going to try to see something in her that can, give her something to look forward to. I mean, I know she was doing her thing down in NXT UK
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and everything. But I think this is something. Maybe they have something special cooking up for Miss Brookside.
Oh, because I thought no, they don't have shit for her. And
You don't know that.
let me tell you something. Y'all gonna stop with Tasha Steelz. Y'all could have gave this to somebody else then. And they will be having a match.
Who are they gonna give it to? Who are they gonna give it to?
Jody Threat.
Girl, it's not gonna be anything. It's Jody Threat. Not saying anything wrong with Jody Threat, but come on now. You pin a former world champion versus someone who lost to Kylan King. Where is Kylan King?
She's just waiting.
Girl.
Now, this okay. Now this kind of ate. Okay, now we were getting into, first hour, everything's cute, everything's great. Now, we get to this match. Now, for whatever reason, my viewing of everything was very in the future. My show was over by 8:50. I don't know what the hell was going on. So when I saw this, Santana was nowhere near in the place where I was. First and foremost, we have no idea why Eric Young and Frank Kazarian were even in the tag team to begin with. However, we do now. But first, the Grizzly Young Vets get the win. And if I'm not mistaken, Eric Young takes the pin.
He did.
Think, yeah. Okay, so they win. Shout out to Allison. We love Ref Allison. Allison, she's great. Now, after all of that, Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian have history, obviously, in TNA, separate and everything, whatever. So, for whatever reason, y'all, Frank Kazarian attacks Eric Young, gives him a mean-ass clothesline, really starts to degrade him, gives a look into the camera, and all I want to say is, Shelly, you would never have the balls to do what Frankie did. So, because of that, Frankie, you are moved off of my shit list moving forward in 2024. And I thought it was superb. I thought what you did was amazing and didn't see that coming at all. What are your thoughts?
I don't have any. Honestly, it doesn't. Let me say something. I already don't give a damn about Eric Young. Let's start there.
I like him though.
That's like number one.
Yeah.
Mr. Frankie Kazarian, I don't care much about him either.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand why they was a pair in the first place, but I just assume it has something to do with them being TNA legends or whatever and stuff like that. Just put them together. And maybe there's something to just start, a rivalry between two old hags together, just to have something to go for, because obviously Frankie doesn't really have anything else to do. And Eric Young doesn't really have anything to do right now either, from what I can see. I don't see him involved in anything else. So, why not let the old hags go at it with each other? The old men go play bingo together or something. But I mean, shout out to Frankie. You know what I'm saying? He feel like, maybe he's tired of being, played with and all this and that. And want to say, well, sometimes you get tired of it. Don't it get hurt? Well,
this is not NXT Uncut.
Well, you did say that TNA was gonna get a little something, but I guess that's only if Mr. Angels is on the card. But unfortunately, he's not. Well,
not yet. Anywho, yeah, he is, because he's a damn loser. But we saw a luncheon, beautiful luncheon, with the system, Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards, Moose, your current and most dominating TNA world champion. Listen, Let us have this. And of course, the wrestling god himself, Brian Myers. Jesus Christ. This is great. And I don't know why I'm being fed in factions and tag teams because I just got Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. And now, I mean, literally like sitting at a table. This is just lovely. The system is currently at the top of the marquee, and this is how Eddie always planned it. People thought, hello. Did you not forget what he did to Tavash? Like that doesn't ring a bell. He's still the most dominant. It's been days, and he's shitting on Shelly's whole entire fucking reign. Anyhow, Nick Nemeth, Nick Nemeth.
Nemeth? Like,
I'm not gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it. Nick, y'all.
I call him Daddy Nick. So
Yeah, Daddy Nick. This graphic is
it's everything. Like they're honestly
There's no
TNA
way.
graphic are like so good. Nemeth.
Nemeth. I don't like it. I hate it so much. I wish it was like Nick Neutron.
We can't help his name.
Oh, that's his real name?
This is government.
Oh, Jesus.
He can't. I'm calling
Daddy
him Daddy
Nick
Nick.
is great.
That's who he is. He's Daddy
Yeah.
Nick.
Well, he's here in TNA, and
I'm happy.
it looks like he is signed to TNA. I don't think there's been an announcement yet, but I mean,
There
it
hasn't
is.
been an announcement, but there's like an allude to like
Yeah.
you know him wanting to come after the championship and saying that he's going to become TNA World Champion. Like,
Yeah, he made that very clear
That-
and was very adamant about the championship. I'm just really curious to see if he does sign solely to TNA or is he just gonna go and do a couple tours. But he, you know, when you no matter how influential you may be in a certain caliber of a company, you still have to pay your respects. And he may not be world champion, but he had a few things to say. Steve Macklin, you know, he did call him phony. And to be fair, I don't know if Macklin even believes that. I think that whatever Macklin is doing is smart because who would have really thought that it would be Macklin? And now this makes me wonder, is Macklin working with those goddamn rascals? But I feel like I'm just piecing too much together. But I want to know. I mean, and then he could just be making his rounds, but we'll see. There's definitely going to be more to transpire between Macklin. I'm sure. I don't know. Macklin does deserve to be champion, but do I?
feel like he hasn't really gotten like a opportunity to even get the title back, you know, in any kind of way, which it does suck because it's like he does deserve to have, I mean, that opportunity to at least be in the title picture somehow, some way. Like,
Yeah.
Macklin is extremely great in the ring. He's a great talker. Like he should have that moment. You know?
Oh my god, like he is just.
Yeah, but Daddy Nick is here, so I don't know.
I don't know. Steve Macklin just really deserves the championship, and it sucks because I do believe that Moose deserves championship as well, but Macklin might lose to Nemeth.
Mm-hmm.
Nemeth.
Yeah, just say Nick and call
Daddy
it Nick.
Nick. He
Daddy,
might lose to Daddy Nick, and then he might go after the X Division Championship. He could be the one to take it
he
off.
could. He absolutely could. I don't know, but I'm here for Daddy Nick being here. Like I said, Alex Shelley is well, yeah, Nick is who Alex Shelley wants to be Nick and everything like that. That's who y'all think he is.
That's who he's perceived to be.
Yeah, that's who he think he is. Yeah, Daddy Nick, that's his name. I gave it to him, and that's what I'm gonna call him. Cause I couldn't call him Daddy Dolph. Like,
Oh,
you know, I hope he brings the swiggle with him in his entrance. That's all I got
He
to say
might.
about that. Cause that's like my favorite part is when he does his swiggle.
Who knows?
He does it really well. So
We'll have to see. We move on to Trinity, really being adamant about getting her rematch, and Jordan seems to be up for it, and they will have their match next week. Jordan Grace will defend her TNA Knockouts Championship. That's crazy to even think about.
all right.
See if she can beat Trinity again. We also heard from Jay Vidal. I don't know. I hear people.
They like on commentary they call him Jay Vidal, and then he say his name is Jay Vidal. So
That's what he told us. Jay
yeah,
Vidal.
I was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they
But
just don't.
Jay, honey.
Pigtails and all.
Now, I'm sorry. I gotta blame Santana for this one because
How are you gonna blame me for this?
it's your granddaddy, and you have.
I
to
didn't
take
ask. I didn't know that he was gonna be coming out.
You may have not known, but this your granddaddy.
Well, I can't do
So,
anything about that.
You should have been working.
That man does not have a brain. Okay,
Uh,
they literally electrocuted him to get up. Okay, that man has been set on fire. My granddaddy's been.
they really got to show off Mike's skills tonight too, though. And being Jay has wrestled with Chris Bay. They were the tag team champions in Las Vegas. A really good market, really good circuit. A lot of good talent comes out. No, they were wrestling at, what was it, Sam's Club or Sam's, whatever that place is, and then for them to be in the Palms. Now it's really big, so he took his moment. However, best interest of the night, PCO. Y'all gonna stop pissing me off about talking about why is he here? He's here because he's the goddamn granddaddy of monsters, and he clears every time. And I love it. I really do. I really enjoy PCO.
I do too.
Type of wrestling that thrives.
That man is a legend. Okay, that man is still doing the moonsault. All right.
Yeah, he definitely.
He's taking bumps, dives, all types of stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Not sure what Okada. I wasn't really aware that Okada really wanted an issue with me. Aligning himself up with Shelley and Sabin in the sense, because I'm still briefing history of wrestling, especially for men's wrestling. So I don't know if they had a connection before, but Okada, ew. This is disgusting.
It doesn't even look like he belonged with them. Like
no. Howard.
Okada's a very nice looking man.
I'm gonna say something off camera.
Is it bad?
Save it. Yeah, it's horrible. I'm gonna say it off camera, and I might tell Ken Lewis.
Oh God, Okada has a really nice face. I give him.
Girl, Okada is tall.
He is. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell you because
he's tall.
I don't know. I'm 5'3", so like I don't really know.
Shelly's 5'5", 5'6", 100%.
Honestly, truly, a lot of people around me are a lot taller than I am. So
Fendi.
I'd say everybody's taller than me. So,
Fendi fact that means.
I'm a midget. Like, I didn't have a growth spurt. I was supposed to. The doctor said I was supposed to be like 5'6", but that didn't happen that way. Yes, Okada Styles definitely deserves an award. Academy, Oscars, Emmys, all that. Yeah, give his Styles a humanitarian award.
Yep. There
Praise
it is.
God.
We get to our main event. Now, I know a lot of people were probably expecting Will Ospreay to get the victory, but I'm not gonna lie. Well, I was one of those people, but I'm not gonna lie. Josh getting the victory clears. That's how you end a first show. Did y'all get the stuff with Scott D'Amore talking at the end?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, look at all that.
Great match, very grueling. Honey, it was literally, to me, I don't care how people feel.
Damn pay-per-view again.
It
I'm
was
like,
literally Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero. That's how I felt. That's what it felt like to me. So yeah, and then afterwards, Scott D'Amore did come out and was talking about how he watched the product being 4 years old on the deathbed of his grandfather and always wanting to bring something to TNA. And when he joined with Jeff Jarrett, and he really truly made an impact. And Scott D'Amore is a great booker. Like he
I guess not.
he is. Um,
It was supposed to be Scott D'Amore there, but
Oh, well, no Scott D'Amore. But before we get out of here, we are going to run through the card for what you will see if you are in Orlando this Friday and Saturday. Tickets are still on sale. We will not be in the building, but hey, you never know where you might see the Salt Shakers. Nick will be taking on Trey Miguel, honey, my daddy. Okay. Daddy.
the battle of the daddies.
Daddy.
They actually have a merch for Nick on TNA website for merch, actually.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
We
also will see a one-on-one match between Moose and Kushida. Eddie Edwards versus Alex Shelley, and I pray to God he snaps his goddamn neck off. Kayfabe. And Josh Alexander versus Alan Angels. This one is gonna get the panties wet. Okay. We also have Chris Sabin, another panty dropper. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chris Sabin, Jason Hodge.
So whose panties is dropping for this? No, like
Mine for Jason Hodge.
I'm like, because Chris Sabin.
No, hell no. Trinity versus
like what?
Giselle Shaw. I mean, Chris Sabin is not ugly.
No, but I wouldn't drop my underwear for him.
No, absolutely not. Trinity versus Giselle Shaw. And then if you are checking out some of the shows on Friday, pre-show meet and greets include ABC, Chris Bay and Ace Austin, Jordan Grace and Chris Sabin. And then for the post-show that night, you will have Daddy Nick, Havoc. We also have Rosemary and Trinity. And then we will move on to Saturday. There will be a three-way for Alex Shelley, Kushida, and Kevin Knight going against Eddie Edwards, Moose, and Brian Myers, the system. See, Renee, it's not that hard. No, I'm just playing. Jake Something will also be when she was on the pay-per-view for AEW, she was having a hard time. Like, it's on Botchamania.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
She was having a hard time, like getting like all the names out before they was going, and they kept going. So that was a little dig. Jake Something will be taking on Frank Kazarian, and I don't know really how this will end up because Frank Kazarian is a madman. So you might want to watch out, Jake Something. The newly crowned digital media champion has to face the old man for whatever reason, because I guess y'all can't find nobody else to wrestle. Crazy Steve takes on Rhino in an ECW dream match. Jesus Christ. Tasha Steelz also will get her rematch against Xia Brookside after her defeat today, which was just fucking wild as hell to even think about. And then there also will be a match between Killer Kelly and Danny Luna. And speaking of Killer Kelly, we have an interview with her, an amazing interview. We got to sit down with her a couple days ago and talk all things TNA, being a TNA knockout, and a little horror. You know, she's a Freddy girl. So we talked that. And then we also talked about her connection with Masha So, and shout out to Santana for all the questions on that because, honey, you get that call, honey. They said hello. And we also had, we also had, we also had an interview. We have an interview that dropped today with Maya's World. It's Maya World as well. So make sure you check her out as well. Young, getting in the game. It's gonna be very interesting to see where she goes. Maybe end up.
She had her match with Ring of Honor with Athena.
Yeah.
And everything, which was a great match. She had a match with Queen Avenata too on Ring of Honor. She's also like a champion in her own right too. You know, a couple of these indie promotions in Texas. So if you don't know who Maya World is, definitely check out the interview there to get to know. If you don't know who Maya World is, definitely check out that interview and everything too. You get to know a little bit more about her. She quoted me and Nikki's favorites as 3 artists to describe her as, and I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting it at all whatsoever, but you gotta watch the interview to know that, and then you'll know a little bit more about the Salt Shakers too.
Yeah, that's true. We will also have Ash by Elegance in action this Saturday, so make sure if you're in the Orlando area, make sure you check that out. And pre-show meet and greets include Kushida, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and PCO. And Jesus Christ, I'm not going to kill myself. The post-show meet and greet of all time. Goddamn. Ash by Elegance, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz. I want to shoot myself. What? True. This is amazing. If someone just will please go and get the meet and greet for me, I will send you the money. I just need the signature. And ask Ross, can we get a video? No, just wait. I wish I was going.
Well, you know, as time progresses, I'm sure that hopefully, because a lot of time when me and Nikki do go to some of these meet and greets,
I do get to see them wrestle next Thursday. So, and there's no telling where she pulls up. So, that's it. That's you guys.
We do know that she is officially in TNA, so I know for a fact that we'll be getting to hopefully have that chance to see her in the ring, you know, as Ash by Elegance, and everything like that. So I think it's going to be really, really great to see. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much the first episode or first season of TNA Wrestling. Hope you guys enjoy the background graphic to give you more of a TNA vibe and everything like that. We will be back on Sunday for Reality TV Fix. And we are going to be doing Raw versus SmackDown as well. Because, of course, I won't be here on Monday for us to be able to do it because I'll be going to Monday Night Raw myself.
Now he gagged me.
Fix that face.
Girl, I've seen her house. That's what's so crazy.
I've
actually driven by her house. It was years ago. We were going down Harrisburg Road in like Georgia, in like outside of Atlanta. And we pulled up to her shit. And I was looking for King shit. But she might charade 8. I'll be I hate to even tell people where I'm going because bitches might be weird. But I will be no, they can't. They're not gonna go to Ohio. I'll be in Revolver, where the lovers live.
I drove. Let me tell you something. I drove 8 hours to Austin. 3 hours. There's nobody can tell me anything about myself anymore. One day, 16 hours, back and forth. So like 3 hours is nothing.
Austin was a time though.
That is true. So I've driven to New Orleans before, and how you know I'm 3 hours away from New Orleans, Jeffrey?
Right?
No, I'm 3 hours. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, how would you know that I'm 3 hours away? You don't know where I live at.
That's crazy. It's time to end it before he says some.
But yeah, so
interviews are out. We will be having some more interviews drop with some really, really dope guests.
Oh, okay.
man,
Don't worry about it.
I'm just
Rest
like super excited for y'all to see it. But other than that, that's it. That's been TNA Impact post show, the greatest.
Let me tell you something. I'm getting Cody, CM Punk, and Daddy Damien on the show. I want to see Damien for the first time. I'm sitting by the ramp. So please, like, I really have to keep my composure because I've never seen Damien before ever in my life, and he's someone that I've wanted to see. So I'm gonna try to keep my composure in so many different ways. I promise you. I might have to sit down when he come out because I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, but yeah, okay, yeah. Daddy Damien, Daddy Priest, all that. You know, there's a lot of daddies around here, but yeah, we thank you guys for always hanging out with us here. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always. They got a couple of interviews coming out too, so definitely yes, Daddy Finn, Mr. Ken, don't call my name, and all that too. Continue to check out all of our other content that we have here at the Shakers Den. We did drop a little bit of a clip from our reality TV fix. We need a daddy ranking. You know what? We might have to give you that. But other than that, you guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here in the Shakers Den for TNA Wrestling post show. I hope you guys have a great night, and we will see you guys really soon. Bye.
They say if there's true love, you don't let it go.